So I would like to take this opportunity to make a special announcement, an important announcement about our church. All right? Our vision as Ren Church has always been to impact Lakewood Ranch and beyond through a Christ-centered relational community. And I think that's who we are. I think that's who we have become. And I see God working in and through our church family all the time. Now, it is no secret that we have not, in our 3.5 years of existence, have not grown numerically the way we had hoped. And you know what? In most ways, that's okay. Because as long as we are loving God and loving people and making new and better disciples of Jesus, followers of Jesus, that's what matters. Whether we're small or large or somewhere in between, because that is what Jesus calls his church to do in all of its different expressions. All right? Jen and I still feel very strongly that God has called our family to serve this community and this church. And we believe very strongly that God wants this church to be part of this community for a very long time to come, unless he comes back first, which is even better. But that means that we need to become sustainable as a church. We are not currently sustainable. That means in terms of finances, that means in terms of energy level, all of it, okay? And for that reason, we have decided to make a change, okay? And we've been praying and thinking about this for months now. We have talked about it with our management team, which serves as our supervisors. Ren Church is going to continue to impact Lakewood Ranch and beyond through a Christ-centered relational community, but we will change where and how we meet, okay? We will meet most of the time in homes, starting with our home. We are switching to what is known as a house church model. We have been meeting here at Nolan Middle School for 3.5 years. Some of you have been with us that whole time. And it costs money to rent this space. That money, the cost of rent has gone up several times since we've been renting here. And of course, it is also a lot of work to set up and tear down. I mean, Danny's a rock star. He's here every week with the pipe and drape, all these chairs, all the children's ministry stuff. Even this week, even though it's spring break, we still have to tear down all the stuff we asked because they're using this space this week. So instead of this, we're going to meet every Sunday in our home. One Sunday a month, it will look like a worship service with a sermon, with music, all of it. The remaining Sundays in a month, it will look more like what we would call a Bible study. It will be discussion-based. We will still have prayer together. We will still have time where we just share each other's lives. We will still have communion every Sunday. We will still offer children's ministry. Jen will take the kids somewhere, perhaps upstairs, perhaps somewhere else, perhaps outside, and she will still do a Bible-based lesson with them every week, okay? So we're still going to be Ren Church. We're just going to be in a different, much more affordable place. And if the floors are sticky there, it is our fault, all right? So, as we grow, the goal will be that we will have groups meeting in several different homes on a Sunday. And then we will come together, all of us, for that once a month service at someplace that we will probably need to rent. It probably will not be here, okay? That'll be down the road a little ways. At first, it'll be every Sunday at our home, which is right around the corner here in Sapphire Point off of U-Line and State Road 70. Not far at all from Nolan Middle School. Now,
the new roundabout gets put in,
it'll be even better when the roundabout is finished, that's true. Now, I recognize, and I know some of you are new this week, okay, and I recognize that this is different from the way you may have done church before, okay? This is not a new idea, right? In fact, if you open up the book of Acts, it's pretty much what they did. And there are many other networks of house churches thriving, making a huge impact for Jesus all over the world, including right here in Florida. So it's not just like some crazy idea Jen and I came up with. There are lots of resources out there that we are using to help us know how to make this transition. I hope you will make this transition with us. All the best parts of who we are as Ren Church will continue, just in a more sustainable way. And I believe we'll be able to be part of this community for a very long time to come. And I would humbly ask that those of you who support Ren Church financially would continue to do so. Now, this shift will have a significant positive financial impact on our church finances, right? But we will still have expenses. My family will still draw an income from the church. It will be reduced. It'll be more affordable for the church. So I'm excited about this. It'll allow us to be much closer to financial sustainability. All of a sudden, like overnight, we will be over 2/3 internally funded. So that goal of being completely independent financially is very attainable. And like I said, this should mean that we're able to be part of this community a long time to come. And I also think it'll allow us to grow in different ways, okay? Because there are people, we're already in touch with people who have been looking specifically for this kind of church, a house church. They're seeking what a house church experience offers, okay? In terms of timeline, here's what we're thinking. After today, the plan is to have 3 more services here at Nolan. March 22nd, March 29th, and April 5th, which is Easter Sunday. That day, Easter Sunday, April 5th, will be our last Sunday here at Nolan. Okay, and then the next Sunday, April 12th, that's 4 weeks from today, that'll be the first Sunday in our home. Okay, and there'll be lots more information about the logistics of how and all that. But before we wrap up, I want to be really clear about something, okay? Ren Church isn't closing. We are not giving up. This is a pivot. We are trying to follow where God is leading. And we are shifting gears to a model that I think will allow us to be around for a long time to come. It is a change. And change can be scary. And I promise you that there is going to be things that we haven't even thought about yet. We'll have to make adjustments down the road. There are things we're going to have to figure out as we go. But change can be a really good thing. And I think this is going to be that sort of change. So those of you who are going to stick around and help us tear down the chairs and the pipe and drape, that's going to be a good thing. We're only going to have to do this a few more weeks. Change is coming. So I'm sure you have change. I'm sure you have questions. I would. I am available. I can be available after church for the next many weeks if you want to ask questions. You can talk to Jen too. I know some of you have a relationship with her. Whenever you happen to think of your questions, bring them and we'll talk through it, okay? But I'm excited about this change. Our management team is very excited. We met this week. It was one of our happiest meetings we've ever had. They're really, really excited that this is the future of Ren Church.